Connor, you are in where currently? We'll say at the point that this symphonic note begins, you are 25 years into your accounting, so approximately 5 years before our actual story starts. You are somewhere adjacent to Mr. Prim's office when you hear a ruckus, a noise, a disturbance. But where are you when the camera opens and we see Connor Rowe?
I'm going to be in a small side room managing papers of Mr. Prim's legitimate businesses to keep up his appearances with various people. And as I hear this ruckus, I'm going to drop the folder that I'm holding, which I've been meticulously organizing to make sure that everything is in the correct order, everything, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed. Because every time he asks me to organize something like this, I think back to that manila binder,
Yeah.
and I know this man keeps meticulous details of everything. And given I've been in his employ isn't the right word, but it's the one that's going to give the best idea for it. I am recreating that level of detail oriented organization.
Mr. Prim is indeed precise. You were at the gathering when he was given that status. And you know that he is indeed meticulous. He is indeed exacting.
There.
And you also know he's very unapologetic about his expectations when it comes to this type of paperwork. The papers are strewn across the floor. And it's one of those moments that deep in the pit of your stomach that no longer processes food, you have to wonder what are you going to have to metabolize to correct this particular mistake. But that's secondary now because there's something happening in Mr. Prim's office.
I go charging toward his office and I reach for the doorknob to open it. It is noted that he is missing his right middle finger
Okay.
and just grab the knob, rip the door open. Sir, are you okay?
Uh, when you open the door into Mr. Prim's office, the door opens in and there's a resistance. You're not able to open the door all
Hmm.
the way. And as you press, you quickly find that the reason the door won't open is because there's a corpse there. Just a human, male, early mid 20s, doesn't look exceptional, normal street clothes, that is broken,
Hmm.
uh, likely dead before they hit the door.
Mm.
And you see Mr. Prim is in a state of disarray. He is sprawled out, his back up against his desk in the front, and he is finishing draining dry another uh, person, another man, mid 20s.
Push the door, causing that body against it to roll forward to allow me to enter the office. Sir, I heard a ruckus. I want to make sure everything was okay.
He grabs the now corpse in his lap and throws it aside. It hits a bookcase,
Mm.
and legal treatises go tumbling to the ground. Uh, you see that Mr. Prim's suit is askew, his tie is undone, and he slumps back.
Sir, if you'd like,
Is
I
is
can I
he
can come back
drunk?
later.
Connor, come here.
When you say
My
when you say
my
Connor, I
apologies.
freeze for a minute at the door because you never you never call me by my name.
No, not once in 25 years.
So there's a moment of just hesitation. Sir?
He slaps the ground next to him in front of his desk. My apologies, Connor. Come sit. I've I've just received some rather bad news.
I'm sure we can take care of it, sir, and I'll very, very slowly walk to where it was indicated, almost like there's an apprehension in that you're using my name, you're inviting me into your office disheveled. Clearly, I mean, after 25 years in kindred society, my thought would be, is this like, has he felt the beckoning? Is something happening? And you can see that across my face. There's no hiding the sheer concern and fear that this is not like Mr. Prim.
No,
This is
not at all.
this is antithetical to Mr. Prim. But I'll slowly lower myself to the floor next to you.
How long has it been, Connor?
And though I hesitate to respond, the answer is immediate. 25 years, 7 months, and 13 days. But I just simply say, I believe it's been about 25 years, sir.
Yes. 25 long years. 25 years of the accounting. Are you tired of it yet? I would be
I,
tired of it by now.
I'm sure you have your reasons, sir.
I do. As painful as it is, I do have reasons.
You 25 years ago,
So
you
long.
made me promise that I promised my servitude to you, sir. Be it the accounting or whatever it was, I signed on the dotted line
You
because
did.
you made a
You
promise to
did.
me.
And I
You've
keep my
you've, you've upheld that.
I keep my promises. Yes, I do. How how many times have I punished you for something that you know you did right?
There's a moment that I don't know if you're facing me as you say that, or if you're just
He he,
staring off.
he turns his the severity of his features makes the softness of his expression so jarring.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As
Like I am terrified at sitting there next to you, thinking. And again, although I won't say it out loud, there's a tally. It might not be accurate because the first few times it was more of, who the fuck is this guy? Who does he think he is? But in after the first 5 years, every time it's just a new scratch in the wall, counting up, and I'll turn to you and say, well, sir, I don't believe you've ever punished me for something I did right.
don't don't lie to me, Connor. You know I hate lying. And a ghost of that severity comes back.
Oof.
It's I stopped
Just
counting, sir.
be honest.
I stopped counting.
That's more honest, at least. It's still a lie, but it's better.
You want the exact number, sir?
No, no, it's fine. You're very good at what you do, Connor,
Thank you, sir.
but it's not enough. It's not enough to be good at what you do. It's not good enough to be good enough. You understand, right? You understand what
As
I'm trying to do,
as a Ventru,
even if I've never explained it.
we're,
Mm.
we're never meant to be good enough, sir. We're meant to be great.
Yes, greatness. You are not a man anymore. You're a king. then you need to act like it. I 25 years ago, I selected you because I saw such potential. I
You
saw
told
great
me
things.
you told me you picked me because you needed a lapdog that you could control, sir.
Any We're Ventru. I can walk out onto the street and immediately have another mortal servant anytime I choose. If I wanted a lapdog, I would have simply bloodbound you and kept you in servitude forever. I wouldn't have you in the accounting. You've seen other people enter the accounting, leave the accounting many times, dozens.
Hundreds, sir.
Mm.
I'm harsh. I know that. Unfair.
Well, that is why they bestowed the title.
And if I'm being entirely honest, sometimes I get tired of it.
Sir?
Sometimes I wonder if you're ever going to learn the lesson. The lesson isn't do what I say exactly as I say it because I've shown you that's not good enough, right? Nothing you do is ever good enough. I've broken you, and now you need to find some spark, some instinct to move past expectations. It's been 25 years and I don't know if it's going to happen. When are you going to be done being afraid of me, regardless of the consequences? How much do you fear death?
And as you say this, I'm going to look down at my hand and just look at that missing finger and think of all the times that you've hurt me, you've broken me, you've threatened everything short of a permanent death. And a word just gets caught in my throat and doesn't make it out. Because in the back of my mind, I know that you're acting this way because your dinner had a weird effect on you. Clearly, it's something you ate. This isn't Mr. Prim.
You
This
can
is that junkie on the floor.
you can
But I'm not gonna.
smell the whiskey on these two people now.
Mm.
Connor, like in my mind, Connor's mind, it's he's clearly just he's drunk, and I'll manage to choke out to you if if it takes not fearing death to be a king. What if I fail?
If you fail, Mr. Rowe, then I will have wasted 25 years of effort. All of the plans I have for the future will be you need to not fail. Too
Why
much is on
me?
the line.
Why me? Why did you come to the city, pick me up, destroy the life that I had?
because
You
you're
told me
necessary.
that night that you didn't organize that. You want to talk about being honest, Mr. Prim?
I never said
Look
that.
me in the eye and tell me that you're not the one who did that.
Of course I'm the one that did that. Every step of the way I ruined your life. Every single thing that went wrong in your life for 4 years, I did that. I ruined you. Do you know why? Because you were weak, you were arrogant, and you were so fragile. Something goes wrong, you slap one of your lieutenants. You act rude to your family. You take out your failures on everyone. You were a weak, weak man.
Raising my daughter was not weakness, sir.
Failing to raise your daughter. Do you know how many times I brushed her hair and tucked her into bed at night while you were out doing your business? Yes, I know precisely how you failed. All of the steps I took to ruin you, those 4 years, all of the worst damage you did yourself.
You took her away from me.
Yes.
Now I can't even see her.
The reality, Connor, is that you didn't deserve her. And now I think you do know that.
And that right hand clenches up again.
This is good
And
defiance. This is progress, but it's meaningless if I have to just outright tell you to rebel. You see that, right? If it doesn't come from inside of you, if I'm just directing you to rebel against me, then there's really no progress. You're still just a lapdog performing.
lapdogs can still bite, sir.
And I hope one day you do. Dear God, Connor.
And as that fist is ready to reach out and strike you, you see the knuckles relaxing as the fist just drops resignedly to the floor.
The truth is, Connor, that the many tasks that I set you, you you accomplish nearly all of them perfectly, well within my expectations. But that doesn't teach you anything. I need to grind the fear out of your bones. I need to fill you with despair so that you never need to taste it again. I need you to come through the other side of this unable to be afraid of anything because everything bad that could happen has already happened. Then and only then will you be capable of doing what needs to be done, of facing what is ahead for you, for us. Dark nights are approaching, and I really hope you'll be ready in time.
What do you mean by then? Have you spoken to the other kindred? Is something coming?
Oh, yes, something horrible is coming. And for the first time, you see a shadow of fear cross Mr. Prim's face.
We'll be ready, sir.
We'll need to be, or
We're
we're
stronger
all
together.
worse than dead. Worse than dead. I am sorry, Connor, for all of the necessary horrors that I put you through. I wish it weren't necessary.
Strongest steel is tempered in the hottest flame, sir.
Yes.
I'll be ready. I don't know when, but someday. I promise you that.
Sad to say you won't remember that promise, Mr. Rowe. And he grabs the back of your head and his eyes bore into yours and you feel your mind going blank. And when you come to your senses, you are back in your office, looking at a scattering of papers. You don't understand why they are plastered everywhere.
I immediately start putting them back together. Mr.
And
Prim won't like this.
then you hear from the hallway, Mr. Rowe, I'm ready to receive that report you have put together. I hope it is completed.
I look at the stack of papers in my hands, and
It's
it's nowhere near ready.
no.
And as I'm holding the report, I just look at my right hand and just know that by morning, there's going to be another finger missing.
And let's call the episode there.